Crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
Who's set? 219! Man, I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. They can't hang with us. They go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, orbit. Now.
They'll set up a throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I'm coming. 58, right over there, yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. So don't say nothing.
Out of the gun, Watson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 yards, first down Niners.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watson on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Who's that? 19! I'm coming for the son! I'm coming for the son! I'm coming in! Go! Two! You look like that! Don't look like that! Check! 52! Go!
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Stop your whining. Kill. 25, check 25, check 25.
To throw is Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
You're set. Let him know. Let him know. Down, he's coming.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. Second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, defense. 31. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 55. I'm coming. 55, Mike. Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Second down and goal. Watson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. And that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On the ready.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
53 is mine. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check. 54. Off. 53, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf. General West. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got Gordon open, completes it. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check that. We got 24. Short. Skip this. Big Ed.
On first down, Watson. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, Mike 52.
Watson looks to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Yo, Mike 52. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 99. Kill. Hey, Mike.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Watch it slam. 52's the mic. Let's go. Here we go. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Blue there. Mike 52. Hey, keep it up. 52 is the mic. Mike 52. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Watson's pass, incomplete. Intended for Kiki QT.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Big grip.
They'll drop the throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Touchdown, Falcons. Taywan Taylor. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Set. 19. Bring it.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins.
Come on, let's go.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 7-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards, first down Niners.
First down, 49ers.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready, break.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 8 read.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
2nd and 2. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here, and this blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
5.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen.
Get it.
Back to throw here. He finds Taylor. Complete. A nice pickup there. 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Boy, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Buying time to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
But no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted by the 49ers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the 49ers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.